to Marconi Stadium in the Palace for the 2026 Men's National Premier League. Round 30 fixture is your mighty Marconi Stallions take on NWS Spirit FC. The Football New South Wales Men's National Premier League competition is proudly sponsored by MIDA, the official match ball of the NSW. Family outing, there's something for everyone. We're open 7 days a week until 8 for dine-in and takeaway.
Welcome to Marconi Stadium for the final round of the NPL New South Wales men's competition. Marconi Stallions take on Northwest Sydney Spirit.
Number 3, Kaya Williams. Number 4, Brady Smith.
And we have finally arrived at round 30, the final game of the regular season. A game where we thought that the Marconi Stallions would need victory to secure the 2026 NPL New South Wales Men's Premiership. Instead, they'll be fighting to secure second place and a home semi-final next weekend. For Northwest Sydney Spirit, the reigning premiers, they've passed on that title to Apia Leichhardt, but know that a victory here today all but secures their second consecutive finals berth in the NPL men's competition. A beautiful second last day of winter here in Sydney's West in Bosley Park. The sun is shining. The pitch is in solid enough condition. And all sets up for a spectacle. Two teams that are desperate for points for different reasons. As we said, Spirit needing the win to play finals football once more. Marconi to avoid that midweek qualifying final game where if they finish third they will play the 6th place side, and it could just be that these two meet again midweek should results fall in a particular way. We'll go through the lineups for you quickly now. 4 changes for Peter Tsekenis' team. Number 1, Joel Wade. Number 3, Cameron Windus. Number 4, Anton Mlinaric. Number 8, James Bayliss. Number 10, and captain Marko Ješić. Number 11, Matej Bušek. Number 16, one to come in, Luka Pekora, alongside Sunday Yona, who also comes into the team. They'll be joined by Ahmed El Helu, who gets his first start in Marconi colours since making the move from the Central Coast Mariners in the transfer window. Number 23, Quentin Blair, and also making a start today, number 27, Antonio Marvelo. For the Northwest Sydney Spirit, Serge Malfarah has made 3 changes to his side. Jake Coates remains in goals. Number 2, Aidan Mustafi. Number 3, Kyle Williams comes in. Number 4, Brady Smith. Also coming into the side, number 5, Owen Henderson. Number 6, Corey Kavanagh. Number 8, Captain Grant Cornwell. Number 13, Simon Nicholas. Another entry into the team, number 15, Sam Umson. Number 17, Riku Kobayashi. And number 21, Noah Peacock. Marconi in their traditional sky blue, attacking from left to right this afternoon. Northwest Sydney Spirit in their yellow and black, attacking from right to left. Spirit still may even qualify for the top 6 should results go their way elsewhere. Likewise with the Marconi Stallions. Here's an early chance for Sunday Yona there, trying to exploit his pace. Was Luka Pekora. As I was saying, Sydney United failed to win or draw, and the Marconi Stallions will remain in second place. That goes down there in the box. Decision to make for referee Sophie Allam and Kobayashi, coming together there with Anton Mlinaric. Marconi resting a number of key players to ensure they do not get their 5th yellow cards. Franco Maya, Damien Tsekenis, and both George Daniel and Tyrone Burney being rested. Serge Malfarah has his own issues with his squad as well. Had to make 3 changes to his team. Callum Keeley, of course, away. Unavailable. Shoki Yoshida also not available for selection. Andre Takami suspended. Really is tough times for Malfarah, as he mentioned pre-game. But they deal with what they got. And they'll be hoping to book a finals place. Malfare in his final few games. Well, he's hoping this won't be his final game and there'll be a couple more at least to come. He's on his way to Sydney FC. Great work there from Simon Nicholas. Windust heads away. Blair helps it on its way. Yona getting up high. Pecora coming away with the ball, and now Bayliss, who since he's returned into Marconi colours, has really cemented his spot in that midfield. Ball there by Blair. Not the best pass, straight into the mid-drift of Sunday Yona. Better flicked on by Peacock. Bayliss now on the turn in midfield. Finds Blair. Closed down quickly though. All the way through to Joel Wade. Marconi keeper restarting things, and the home team happy to keep possession. As we said, we'll keep a keen eye on other fixtures around the grounds, and we'll keep you informed with scores around the grounds. A lot at play today. All games kicking off simultaneously as Pecora looks to make a move forward. Yeshic combining now with Yona. Great challenge once more by Williams. Through the legs there. Neat work by Mustafi. Tough pass though and intercepted by Marvelo. Here is El Helu. Scored last week the winning goal that subsequently relegated Sydney Olympic. Here's Bushek. All the way back to Windust. Run through the other games where there haven't been any goals in the opening minutes as yet. Apia hosts St. George. That one a dead rubber really. Apia already secured the premiership. Congratulations to them. St. George, their defeat last week against Sutherland knocked them out of hopes of making finals football after an incredible last few weeks of the season. Yeshic here trying to break through. Strong challenge goes down. Well won, and now Spirit may be able to break here through Mustafi. Windust with an important interception. Kobayashi, the high foot, gets away with it. And now Marconi pinched the ball and looked to transition the other way through El Helu. Important challenge there made by Henderson. Blacktown City take on the Western Sydney Wanderers. The Wanderers still with hopes of somehow sneaking into finals football. Rockdale and NSW, another dead rubber. Sutherland take on SD Raiders, and a win for the SD Raiders and slip-ups teams above them could see them sneak into the six, and what a season that'd be for Gordon Yulbia. Sydney FC, well, they're playing a relegated Sydney Olympic side. A win for Sydney puts them in box position to secure a top six spot. Sydney United and St. George, aside from United trying to squeeze into that second place, that one pretty much done and dusted as well. St. George turn their focus on a playoff game next week against the Northern Tigers. A home and away double-legged fixture. Just see this attack here through Bushek. Cross comes in. Yona leapt but headed away by Simon Nicholas, and now Pecora. Can't find the pass. Spirit clear their lines. In the final game of the round sees Wollongong and Manly do battle. Manly very weakened in that one. If they can pull anything out of that and find themselves in finals football, well, hasn't Vlad Knežević done an absolute astounding job there? No Mackenzie Siren today, along with a couple other key players. If they are able to pinch a draw down the south coast, Kneževic's side. Just about qualify for finals football. It'd take a miracle for them to be knocked out in that situation. They'd need both Spirit and Sydney to win. And here's a chance, though, for Peacock. Noah Peacock into the area. Should have kept going. Holding off. Windust drops it off. Great ball and took a bobble there. As Sam Armson hit it with a weaker left foot. Armson gives it away. Brother Jack, of course, lines up for the Marconi Stallions. Jack unavailable today. So we're not going to get that brotherly battle in the middle of the park. Here's Mostafi. Good challenge from Pecora. Look at Pecora, a player that has an abundance of talent. Joined Marconi this season from Bulls FC Academy, but hasn't played much minutes. Struggled to get ahead of Tyrone Burney, who's usually one of the first names on the team list for the Marconi Stallions. Williams all the way back to Jay Coates. Coates, another who didn't start as first choice at Spirit, but worked his way into the side. Now sees his name ahead of Chris Marks week in, week out. Bayless, Marvello. Well, it's a tough ball from Marvello. Windus has to get it right. Does. Nice header to Quinton Blair, but they've been caught in possession. Now Mostafi bearing down. Mostafi goes on his own. Some finish from Aiden Mostafi into the bottom corner. Joel Wade, no chance of keeping that one out. And Northwest Sydney Spirit take a massive leap toward finals football. It was always a tough ball to deal with for Cameron Windust. He did well enough to get it down to Quinton Blair, but Blair robbed of possession. Mostafi into the box and places it in the bottom corner with his left foot. Perfect start for Serge Malfara's team. And Northwest Sydney Spirit lead by 1-0 here at Marconi Stadium. Wouldn't that be a clash if Spirit manages to finish in 5th place? They will take on their former coach and the Sutherland Sharks. Wouldn't that be a juicy midweek finals fixture? But still, a lot of football to be played, more than 80 minutes, including stoppages here. And lots can change, as well as the results around grounds as well. Sydney United has already taken the lead. And Sydney United Sports Centre just up the road. That pushes them into 2nd place on the live ladder as things stand. Marconi dropped to 3rd. Spirit rise to 5th. And we'll give you a lot more of this action the rest of this afternoon. This is exactly what we wished for on the final day. Imagine if the Premiership was still alive as well. The Premiership almost going down to the wire. Apia securing that last week with that draw against Sydney United. Strong challenge there between Williams and Sunday Yona. And this is not what Malfara needs. It looks as though Noah Peacock has stayed down. Already a very thin squad to choose from for Malfara. Lost his 20 striker as well, Tedesco, who seemed to have injured his collarbone in the 20s game. Peacock is back to his feet now, and Farah will be hoping that he's okay to continue. Does have Ben Giroux on the bench. Scored for them last week. Windust. Yeshic drops it off nicely for Yona, who can't find the pass to Blair. Pecora strong in the tackle. Ball again with the visitors. Great touch from Peacock. Looks to release Kobayashi, and under pressure here is the youngster Marvelo. Last touch of Riku Kobayashi. Regardless of this result, Marconi's next game will be at home, either midweek or on the weekend if they're able to win. If they are to finish third, and they are to win their midweek game, we will be at Sydney United Sports Centre next weekend for another Fairfield derby. But still, there's lots of maths to come, lots of different scenarios as well. I could eventuate. We'll know a lot more at the end of 90 minutes. This one probably kicked off last of all the games today, so we'll just about know all the scenarios. Who'll be taking on who this midweek, and who they will play next weekend. The grand final, of course, at Jubilee Stadium in 2 weekends' time on the 13th of September. Peter Tikanis in his last league games in charge of Marconi would love to finish his 10-year tenure with another trophy in the cabinet. Questions already being asked where the Teka and Flea combo will end up for 2027. Rumour mill's going crazy. Lots of disinformation as well, as Mostofi looks to break forward again, and he's gotten the better of Pecora, who's recovered well and forces the pass back. Nicholas, Mostofi combining. Nicholas first time cross, wasn't bad. Winters deals with it though. El Helu can't bring it down. Nicholas feeds in Mostofi, lovely pass, but Windus read it, came across quick enough. Got the last touch of Spirit's goal scorer. What a clash that'll be if we do see Spirit travel to Seymour Shore. Be a fiery encounter, no doubt. Bushek has Yershich, but not the greatest ball toward him. Sunday Yona might use his pace to get there. Forces Williams to clear away. Bayless, square for Mlinaric. First time pass toward El Helu. Good strength from El Helu. Still couldn't bring the ball under control though. Now Pecora. Manly have taken the lead against the Wollongong Wolves. That would mean we'd have a Sutherland v Manly midweek clash. As things stand, Manly move back above Spirit into 5th place. Spirit into 6th. No goals elsewhere, aside from that one we already mentioned at United Sports Centre. Here's Yona through the legs of Nicholas. Pecora, time to measure up his pass, and Jay Coates, so lucky no one there to put away that spilt ball. Here's Marvelo for Jesic. Tried to turn away from Brady Smith, wasn't able to. Jesic unable to bring the ball under control in midfield, and now that outlet in Mostafi's executed again, and how about that for a ball across goal? Noah Peacock just slightly on his heels there. So difficult for defenders to deal with that pass in across the face of goal, especially on a grass pitch that perhaps isn't the most even, and a yellow card straight out. I think that the youngster Antonio Marvelo that goes into the book. And that'll be tough for the youngster now to deal with being on a yellow for another 70 minutes of football. Just a little late in on that challenge. Taking full advantage of by Kobayashi. City United, meanwhile, have doubled their advantage. It's 2-0 now after 20 minutes at City United Sports Centre. And if Marconi aren't able to turn this one around, they will be playing midweek. Free kick now to be taken. Cross comes in toward the far post. Dropped off here. What a shot there from Sam Armson. Lifts it over the bar. Delivery from Corey Kavanagh caused issues. Looked as though Marconi players weren't too sure who would try and get that clearance on the ball. Noah Peacock received it at the far post, dropped it off for Armson. He lifted his volley over the bar. Wade sends it forward. Header won by Armson. Pecora. Again, Armson heads it forward. Windust. Looking for El Helu. Owen Henderson first to it. And Kavanagh looked to run through midfield but wasn't able to, and now Bushek looks to go the other way. Gets past Armson, doesn't get past Brady Smith, who himself will go into the book for that. Now, Brady Smith himself needs to be careful. No stranger to a red card. Had a couple throughout his career. Will need to be on his best behaviour. Does not want to miss a qualifying final midweek. In particular if it's against his former coach, David Perkovic. Free kick comes in. Coates got caught up in the wind there a little. Jesic wanted a handball. Referee disagreed. Gets the ball back anyway. Does Marko Jesic. Releases Jona. The ball just got away from Sunday Jona. Even with his pace, he couldn't get there. Ball just seemed to pick up pace as it rolled off. It didn't look as though Jesic had put that much power behind it. Ball just kept on rolling. And Spirit survive. Oh, it's a poor kick by Coates. Dealt with by Williams. Bayless, Brave. And Cornwell. Got in a tangle up there with Bushek as Kobayashi is released. But Milinovic should be able to deal with this. He does. Marvelo under pressure from 2. Gets the ball out to Bayless. And look at the press from Spirit. Working so well at the moment. The Stallions unable to play out of the back. They're targeting the youngster Marvelo. As soon as he gets the ball, you'll notice a couple yellow jerseys putting some serious pressure on him. Milinovic plays it forward. Jesic can't get the ball under control. Kavanagh again stealing in. Kavanagh crosses. Shouts a handball from the visitors this time. Referee not interested. Long throw taken toward Peacock. Heads it on, Mustafi! Into the side netting. Almost 2 for Spirit and 2 for Mustafi. Couldn't wrap his foot around the ball enough to create more problems for Joel Wade. But another chance goes the way of the visitors. Marconi not dealing with the long throw. Not dealing with the press either at the moment. Northwest Sydney Spirit looking the better of the two teams in the opening 25 minutes. Looked a handball there from Armson. Touchdown by Bushek, and Jesic tried to feed through El Helu. Blocked at the final moment. Jona now running at Simon Nicholas. Ball back to Williams. Jona putting some pressure on himself. Windust had time. Finds the pass to Bayless. Not sure he intended to get the ball out there like that. Nonetheless, Stallions have possession again. Kobayashi coming out, stepping out. And look at that. 3 players circling Mlinaric. That's how high Spirit is stepping up at the moment. That ball from Wade. Forced out wide for Marvelo, who couldn't get there. And the home side cough up possession once more. Kavanagh heads it forward. Mlinaric away. Kavanagh again. Looking for Peacock. Well dealt with by Mlinaric. Marvelo searching for El Helu. Henderson heads it down only as far as Jesic. Bushek can't get there, but uses his body well. Mate Bushek. Still Bushek. Can hit him from range. Difficult one to hold from Coates, but did very well. Dropped very quickly at his feet. The Spirit keeper reacting. Yona, back heel there to Yeshic. Ball played forward by Blair. And Marvelo gets that all wrong. Another chance for Spirit to put Marconi under pressure. Manly have doubled their lead. It's 2-0 now over Wollongong. The Spirit get their first corner of the game. Cross comes in toward Williams. Headed away by Blair. Yona trying to get away, but can't do so. Mostafi does so well. Spirit taking their time over this throw. They're in no hurry. If the ball boys aren't giving the ball back, they won't be pushing them to get it back to them any faster. Kobayashi making a foul there. Headed forward. El Hilu too deep to be there in support. This game panning out exactly how Spirit wanting it to at the moment. Marconi unable to get any rhythm in the game. Lots of breaks in play, free kicks. Bayless. Yona now switching sides with Bushek, trying to create something different. Cross comes in, headed away. Windust for Pecora. Searching toward Yeshic. Rising high was Williams. And now again, Spirit looking to catch Marconi out on the break. They've done so already once. Yeshic. Good tackle from Simon Nicholas. Tried to release Peacock early, but unable to, and that's what Spirit's doing. Win the ball in midfield, release it as quick as they can to Peacock, Mostafi and Kobayashi. And they're stepping up as soon as Marconi get the ball in and around halfway. Just watch the Spirit midfield step forward. Noah Peacock putting pressure on the central defenders of Marconi as well. And they've really worked this press out, Serge Malfarah and his team. And I think that's the youngsters' day. Marvelo may see red here. Sophie Allen went for the pocket. He's going to get a talking to. He's very, very lucky, I said. Such a young player. Getting his opportunity, almost seeing red, and Peter Tsakenis might have to think about making a change at the break. Just under 15 minutes remaining until half-time. Meanwhile, Manly are 3-0 to the good and absolutely cruising down the south coast. Same can be said for Sydney United, and as things stand right now, it'll be Manly in 5th and Spirit in 6th. No goals at Belmore between Olympic and Sydney FC. Corey Kavanagh will take the free kick. Send it in the area. Kavanagh delivers deep toward Henderson. Windus, Rosewell, Mostafi on it again. Cleared by Pecora. Kavanagh out again. Marvello hoping to see it over the line. Does so. Windust. A little bit of space in front of him. Blair. Mlinaric. Very youthful bench for Marconi as well. Attacking options on there, but young ones. Same can be said for Serge Malfara. Two very young benches out there today. Franco Maya, the most experienced player on either side, really. And now Peacock trying to get there ahead of Windust, who makes an important challenge. Had to get the timing right. And Mlinaric and Marvello getting a little confused with each other there. Here's a chance for Peacock into the area. Drops it off. Strange shot. Danger not clear yet. Nicholas can hit him. Oh, and Joel Wade did well to keep that out in the end. It was a strange shot. Came at Joel Wade quite quickly. Marconi keeper had to react. Did enough in the end. Had it gone in, you would have said it was unconvincing goalkeeping, but he kept it out at the end of the day, so it doesn't really matter. But another big chance for the visitors, this time Simon Nicholas. And Spirit get another corner. Rockdale have taken the lead against UNSW as well. In-swinger comes in. Wade punches clear. Smith looking to get ahead of El Helu. He does. Crosses into the area. Cross is blocked. Marconi clear. Windust away. Kavanagh for Peacock, and almost Kavanagh flicking the ball through for Mostafi once more. Armstrong dancing through. Anywhere will do. He can't lose the ball there, and Grant Cornwell knew that. The experience. Better to end the attack rather than allow Marconi the opportunity to transition and counter quickly. Windust now searching for El Helu. Ball gets through. El Helu does well, and Owen Henderson recovered even better. Makes the challenge. Spirit clear. Yoshi's dropping into the pocket, looking for the ball. Here's Yona now. Out to Marvelo. Cross comes in toward Bushek. And good goalkeeping from Coates. Brave. Bushek and Williams having words now. Mate Bushek had every right to challenge for that ball. Yeshic with the throw. Pecora back to Windust. 5 minutes remaining in this first half. Yona loses out, unable to hold the ball. Pecora all the way back to Wade. Here's Blair. Bushek. Bushek again. Out to Pecora. Finds the feet of Bushek, who gets a chance to run here at Kaya. Williams. Pecora comes in support. Bayless. Oh, and almost feeding that into Yeshic. An important interception by Kavanagh. And Mlinaric gives a tough ball back to Wade. And Kobayashi almost blocking the pass back to Mlinaric. Western Sydney Wanderers have taken the lead against Blacktown. Apia likewise against St. George as Pecora drives through. And again, stopped in his tracks. Now Mostafi. Out to Kobayashi. One-on-one with Mlinaric. Chooses to keep possession. Armstrong, first time pass, but no one there. There have been goals in every game by Sydney Olympic and Sydney FC so far. It's half time at Wollongong. Manly leading by 3-0. A result that not many expected to see. Here's Windust. Wide to Bushek. Wade puts his head up and looks to switch the ball toward Yona. Great pass by Joel Wade. Not the best touch though from Sunday Yona. Here's Windust. Bayless finds Yeshic. Blair has Pecora available to the right. That's where he goes. Yeshic urging Pecora to drive at Simon Nicholas. Simon Nicholas has been one of the best left-footed defenders in the league the last couple of years. Cross comes in, great boy, El Helu gets there, El Helu heads it home. And Marconi have an equaliser. Ahmed El Helu, in his first start in Marconi colours, grabs his second goal in as many weeks. Rose high, got there before Coates. And there was no coming back from that for the Spirit goalkeeper. Perfect delivery into the area. And Ahmed El Helu heads the home side level here at Marconi Stadium. Still, it keeps Spirit just inside the 6. The Sydney FC have not been able to take the lead against Sydney Olympic. This is going to be an extremely intriguing and interesting second 45 minutes. Sydney United is doing their part at the moment. Marconi has a superior goal difference if it does come down to that on their local rivals. Again, this man is creating serious problems for Marconi. Mostafi into the box. Tries to cross it, blocked by Windust. There still is a way for Rockdale to make the 6, but things really have to turn in their favour for that to happen. Rockdale need both Spirit and Sydney to lose. They currently lead. If things were to stay that way, and SD Raiders weren't able to defeat Sutherland, it'd be Rockdale that slots into 6th. But Spirit will have other ideas. Can they retake the lead? Corner to the far post, headed back by Henderson, but well off target. Not troubling Joel Wade, as we'll get an extra 2 minutes of time added on before we hear Sophie Allen's halftime whistle. Yesic wins it back. Blair turns away. Bit of space for him now. Mlinaric. It will be interesting to see how the Spirit press works in the second half. If they can keep this up, they've been good so far. Marvello can't get the ball out to Yona either. Mlinaric delivers. Busher gets up, but it's easy for Coates. Coates sends it forward. Headed away by Mlinaric. Oh, Sam Armstrong got up well there. Bit of head tennis going on between the two teams at the moment. Pecora back to Wade. Looks short for a moment, but safe. As the halftime whistle goes here at Marconi Stadium, we are locked at 1-1. It was the visitors that took the lead. A lovely goal by Aidan Mostafi. But late on, Ahmed El Helu found the equaliser for the home side. Both teams need 3 points in this game. The second 45 will be quite the battle, but at the moment, after the first 45 minutes here at Marconi Stadium, it's the Marconi Stallions 1, Northwest Sydney Spirit 1.
Every week, hundreds of thousands of people turn up around football grounds around New South Wales. Parents, kids, refs, coaches and volunteers. Cardiac incidents can happen to anyone at any time on the pitch.
Right now, not every club has a defibrillator.
And the ones that do are not always maintained or ready to use. In a critical moment, with a defib, that could save lives. That's why Football New South Wales, St John Ambulance and Toyota have come together for Every Beat Matters to help clubs around New South Wales to access defibrillators, cover maintenance and build a register so we know exactly where every unit is around the state. All you need to do is buy a ticket through Raffletix. $5 can make a difference. Every ticket goes towards funding defibrillators and maintenance for clubs that need it most. A live fundraising board shows exactly how much is being raised. And every ticket you buy puts you in the draw to win a Toyota Corolla. One ticket, real impact. Help your club be ready when it matters. So buy your ticket today.
For Fowler once again, heavy touch from Kunimoto will be punished here. Alfaro collecting possession, doing a great job. Ariensha now delivering low, falls there for Fowler through the legs, a chance to finish. Oh, Zach Fowler! Nothing foul about that. That is fresh. That is sweet. Good first effort here, potentially on the offering for Pelikanos, who didn't get anything onto it. Now Griffiths, lovely release. Constable for the corner! A cool, composed finish. Fowler can keep it in the field of play. Has a quick look. Space back through the middle. Big chance here for Glasson, who threads the needle and will claim it. It's gorgeous from Glasson. It's potentially glory for Sydney FC.
Through the left, here comes Choi. A burst of acceleration. He hits the byline. Nicolau with a header. Yanni Nicolau. The right back coming across the pitch into the penalty area, timing his run to perfection. Early ball, Hollingdale breaking out to the right flank. Riley Hollingdale, first time ball, McGowan making a low run and the tap in for Bonilla. Brilliantly worked by the Sutherland Sharks and they have a 2-0 lead. Here goes Solomon John Monahan Viker. Score now, there's plenty of time to go for St George City. The ball is left by Mitri. The return pass. Brilliant goal. Paolo Mitri. What a good team move from St George City.
And it's Ono now. Again, towards the near post. And it's headed. And it's in there. Ono with the corner. Neuenhoff with the header. 22 minutes gone. They're shaping up now for this free kick. Burgess, very interestingly, is kneeling down directly in front of the wall. I'm not sure I've seen that one before. But the free kick now is going to be taken. It's driven. Oh, it's beautifully driven into the bottom corner there. A fantastic free kick by Kakeru Ono.
Daru doing really well to keep that in, and he's found Noah Peacock in a bit of room. Peacock returning it to Ben Daru. It bounces awkwardly, and Daru is there again. Not to be denied twice, as Spirit take the lead in this crucial game.
What an opportunity for Jaden Casella to try and convert. Just 5 goals this league campaign. And it's saved by Henderson initially, and then Casella sticks in the rebound. Dream start for St George.
Keeping tight on Hernandez. It's still going for the Wolves, though. Here's Lachlan Scott. Looks to play it across. And the Wollongong Wolves have the lead. It's an own goal. Vidakovic under pressure from Masivecchio, who's won the ball in a great position. Hernandez goes for a shot and finds the goal. Wollongong have a 2-goal lead. Calamity at the back for Western Sydney. Breaks away down the right. Can the Wolves really put themselves in a good position? Here's Beatty with a shot, which finds the bottom corner, and Wollongong have their third.
Found Busek, who found Yona. And Olympic are hanging on, but it might be ended here. Is that the goal that relegates Sydney Olympic and sees Marconi go into the top 2? It's Ahmed Elahu.
We're back at Marconi Stadium for the second half of this one. The final match of the regular season. We are level at the break. Northwest Sydney Spirit took the lead in this one. Aidan Mostofi taking advantage of some errors, some play from Marconi. They were the better team in the first half, in fairness, the visitors, but Marconi managed to pinch an equaliser late in that first half. Ahmed El Helu rising highest to meet across and beat Jay Coates. And Marvello, who's on a yellow card there, perhaps should have got his second yellow in the first half, involved in the first action of the second. Kobayashi still down. And Cornwell plays the ball out for Kobayashi to get some attention, and the Spirit players are asking, where was the foul? And potentially second yellow card for Marvello. While we wait, we'll run through the scores around the grounds. And the Premiers, Apia, lead against St George FA by 1-0. Western Sydney Wanderers are 1-0 up against Blacktown City. Rockdale Illingdon 2 to the good against UNSW. Sutherland lead the SD Raiders by 1-0. No goals at Belmore, 0-0 between Olympic and Sydney FC. Sydney United, who only just got into half-time, an incident in the stands, unfortunate incident, led to the game being halted while a spectator received treatment. Sydney United well in control there, 3-0, and for me the shock of the round so far, Manly United are leading the Wollongong Wolves down the coast by 3-0. And as things stand, Marconi will play the Northwest Sydney Spirit again, according to the live ladder, midweek, while Sutherland Sharks will face off against Manly United. There's a shot from distance, sprayed wide. Spirit players asking for a corner. No touch though, means no corner. So the way things could eventuate here at the moment, should Sydney FC score, they will leapfrog Spirit into 6th place. Should Spirit and Sydney both concede, Rockdale then will be the team that finishes 6th, and we'll have a derby midweek. No, we won't, because Sydney United will finish 3rd in that situation, as Bushek goes from distance, and wasn't a bad strike. Can't avoid the corner. Northwest Sydney Spirit. And they'll need to defend this one now. Marconi's position in the top 6 is confirmed, but they want to finish 2nd to avoid having to play midweek, giving themselves 3-4 days extra rest ahead of that semi-final that will take place next weekend. Bushek will deliver the corner. Cross comes in toward the near post. Brady Smith gets there first. Delivery back into the box toward Windust. Headed clear once more by the visitors. Bayless now for Marvello. Clips it back in the area. Yona can't bring the ball under control. Had a couple attempts at it. Oh, and that's a bad clearance by Pecora, almost playing the ball through for Noah Peacock. But Marvello back to head the ball to his goalkeeper. Helu flicks it back for Bushek and cleared by Williams. Bayless back for Mlinaric. Spirit persisting with the press. Late call there for the foul on Bayless by Kavanagh, I think it was. Sydney FC have taken the lead against Sydney Olympic. That means Spirit must score to keep their finals hopes alive. As things stand, Spirit will not be playing finals football. Sydney FC will sneak into that 6th position. Mlinaric plays it forward. Pecora. Good defending from Mostafi. He's been excellent today. Defensively and in attack as the commentators curse. Almost pays dividends for Marconi. El Helu. He loses out to Brady Smith. Ravello leapt a little too early there. Mlinaric drives into the space ahead of him, looking for Jeršić, but Brady Smith read that. Continues his run forward. Nosebleed territory for Brady Smith. Better get back as quick as he can. Doesn't score many goals or find himself in the attacking areas of the pitch. Flag raised on Mostafi. Yona gets up and Yona might get there again. Owen Henderson making a last-ditch challenge to deny him. Bayless into Yona. Jeršić back for Bayless. Bayless will get a yellow card for that foul on Armson. Smith stands over the free kick. Graham Cornwell there beside the ball as well, a true legend of Northwest Sydney Spirit. Been with the club for so many years. Seen him rise through the ranks. Put the icing on the cake last year with that incredible premiership victory. Leicester City-esque last year, what Spirit was able to achieve. And in fairness to Serge Malfara and his side, expectations weren't high this year. No one expected a repeat, but they've done a very good job and are still in with a chance of playing finals football if they can grab a winner here. And they've got a lot of time to do so, but a point at the moment won't be enough for them. Clearance high and up the field. Mlinaric has to deal with it. Almost lost it. Peacock been quiet since the start of the second half. Caused a bit of issues in the first. Jeršić gets up and a slight touch on it, but Brady Smith there first. Here's Peacock. Neat turn. Fouled by Windust. Chance here for Cornwell and Henderson to go forward. Kaya Williams too. Lots of tall bodies to send forward into the box for Serge Malfara's team as they search that go-ahead goal. Cross is delivered toward Henderson and Kai Williams, touched out by Wade. Not sure that anyone could have really got there, but Wade had to make sure. Now they need to defend the corner now. Our home team. Western Sydney Wanderers double their lead. Kavanagh prepares to deliver this corner. Cross comes in. Decent delivery. Headed down, and Noah Peacock was lurking. Back in again. They haven't cleared the danger yet, Marconi. Now they have. Cross into the box, and poor clearance by Windust. Luckily for him, ends up at the hands of Joel Wade. Son is in an incredibly awkward position right now. Not only for you viewers at home, but also for us up here in the tower. Mlinaric sends it forward looking for Bushek. Header well won by Brady Smith. Bayless. Mlinaric. Oh, and again, the wind here. Almost catching out. Jay Coates came out high. All sort of kept on going. Keeper sends it forward now. Simon Nicholas. Henderson. Out wide to Brady Smith. Smith finds Cornwell. Tried to play it first time forward for Kobayashi. Unable to do so. Peacock goes down on the edge of the area. And Mlinaric, strong, rides a couple challenges, and Marconi come away with the ball. Foul goes the way of Spirit. Sophie Allen just having a conversation with Bayless. Spirit bench asking for a card to be handed out. Not happy with the challenge. They thought an elbow was thrown. Ball sent forward toward Peacock. Headed away by Windust. Bushek can't keep it in. It's a long ball being played at the moment by both teams. Spirit will get even more desperate if they can't find a goal soon. They'll know what the score is. No doubt at Belmore, they know they need all 3 points. Yona straight into the hands of Coates. Substitutions now, the first of the game. Noah Peacock coming off. Zain Aluwalia will come on to replace him. Might see a bit of a tactical change here. Aluwalia plays or operates more in the wide areas. That's where he's gone, and I'm not sure if it'll be Kobayashi moving more centrally or potentially even Mostafi. Definitely offers a bit of pace down the wing. Very direct player. Zaina Luwalia, part of that premiership winning team last year under the guidance of David Perkovic. Ball back to Wade. Plays it forward. El Helu couldn't get that out to Yona. Double changing coming for Marconi now. Seen Malfara make the first move, and now they do the same. Marko Jesic coming off, and Sunday Yona as well. John Lawson comes on in place of Jesic. And Noah Anderson comes in place of Marko Jesic. Anderson, an extremely talented youngster. One that's missed a large part of the season through injury. Back and available. Free kick goes the way Spirit's way. Bit of shock there from both teams. Kokora. Last touch off the Spirit player. It'll be a Marconi throw. Goals galore at Lambert Park. It's now 2-2. St. George, in fact, overturned the deficit, took the lead 2-1, but were pegged back almost immediately. 2-2 there now. Here's Bushek driving in. Couldn't get the cross in though. Goal kick taken by Coates now. El Helu for Bushek, and told to take him on, and great work from Mate Bushek. Arriving at the far post was Anderson. Cross comes back in to Say, the substitute. Bushek. Bayless saw the gap. Nice work there from the Stallions. Ball out now to Anderson. Underlapping is Pecora. Anderson goes on his own, but poor effort from him in the end. I wonder when Malfara starts to get desperate in conversation with his coaching staff. They're going to have to throw the kitchen sink at this one at some point in order to keep their season alive. Pecora through the back of Mustafi, and Mustafi looks back toward the referee, disappointed he didn't get a free kick. Blair. Wide for Marvelo. El Helu can't bring it under control this time. Mlinaric now wearing the captain's armband after Jesic exited the field of play. Here's Marvelo. Nice pass into the feet of El Helu. El Helu still trying to hold it up. Bushek under pressure. Goal kick. Cornwell does well enough to win that for his team and avoid having to defend the corner. Headed forward by Mlinaric. Cleared away by Windust. Williams forward. Windust needs to be careful. Kobayashi circling with intent. Didn't press right there, did Spirit. Had they got that correct, Marconi could have been in a bit of trouble, as Osei tries to use his body to create some issues for Williams, and I thought that was definitely going to be a foul. Said Marconi get a corner, they won't be too displeased with that. An opportunity to put Spirit under some pressure. Remember, Marconi needs the win to remain in second place and avoid having to play midweek, while Spirit need to win to finish in the top six. Results are not going Spirit's way right now. Corner comes in. Headed away by Cornwell. Delivery comes. Smith clears. That looked as though it went out for a throw. And the assistant referee on the far side has given a corner. Not quite sure I agree with that from this position. Could be wrong, and I think that's why the Spirit players were not happy with the decision. And they'll be even unhappier should they concede from this. In comes the cross. El Helu rose, but the ball just went over his head. Cross comes back in. Coates should see this out. He does. Spirit survive. Justice there, I guess, served. Marvelo into El Helu. Nice turn from El Helu. Marvelo's there with a run as well, and El Helu made the wrong choice. Anderson. Great run from Anderson. Can he find a teammate? Wins a corner. Another opportunity now for Marconi. Time is ticking now for Spirit. Been a much better performance from the home team in the second period. Haven't given Spirit much at all. Headers there, and Coates. Windus got there first, but didn't get enough purchase on the header. Cornwell. Searching for Kobayashi. Here's Aluwalia. His first touch since coming on. Been on for a while as well. Armson back to Aluwalia. Cross with the left and defended by Blair. Wade does well to avoid the corner. They need to keep the ball in this part of the pitch though. Williams needs to be careful and hands it back to his goalkeeper. Coates allowed to take the ball forward. Searches now for Cornwell. Got the ball first, did Grant Cornwell. Couldn't find Kobayashi though with a flick on. Offside is Daniel Osei. Struggled to get into the game since coming on, and now this is the moment I think that Malfarra has been waiting for to throw some attacking talent forward. He's taken off Kaya Williams, Brady Smith. I'm not sure who the third player to come off is, but Abina Unumwadi comes on. Ben Duro also comes in. Henderson will send this one deep. Headed away by Pecora. Marty, similar to I say, has been sent up to create havoc. Tall figure, strong figure. Here's Kobayashi. Wins the corner. Puts Marconi under pressure. Both teams will go hard in these last 15 minutes to try and find a winner. Tristan Hammond was the other one to come on. Good ball in. Brave header from Armson, held by Wade. Sam Armson arrived late. Got the header on target, but couldn't beat Wade. Intelligent there from Simon Nicholas, heading the ball back to his keeper. Noah Anderson in quick pursuit. Great defensive header from Mlinaric. Duro and Wamadi battling hard. Mlinaric out of position. And now driving forward is Bushek. Mate Bushek still goes. Good challenge from Henderson. Got an inch perfect. Hampson. Aluwalia. Kavanagh. Mlinaric needs to deal with this. Great strength from him. Showed his experience and his quality there. Manly now leading 4-0, and we've had a big change because Sydney Olympic have equalised, and Riku Kobayashi almost puts Spirit ahead. It wouldn't have mattered, but wow, what a turn of events. This pushes Northwest Sydney Spirit back into the top 6 now. Sydney FC drop out of the 6. Spirit up above them. Drama on the final day. They're into the final 5 minutes there at Belmore as well. This is what we wanted on the final day. Drama up until the final minutes, and we're going to get it. Sydney FC, no doubt, will throw the kitchen sink now. El Helu cuts the ball back, cleared away, corner to defend. Spirit needs to hold on to the point now. They cannot afford to concede. As they stand, they are in 6th place. They will be playing finals football. Cross comes in, great ball, header just over Cameron Windust. Rising at the far post, but heading wide. Osei gets up, wins the header. Bushek out-muscled by Henderson. Ball played forward. Marvello back to Wade, who's under pressure from Duro, who almost gets there. Great use of his body there by Osei, but couldn't find the pass. And now Armson looking to switch the ball for Kobayashi. Calm header back by Pecora. Bushek. Mlinaric. Forced all the way back is Anderson. Peter Takenis is going to the bench once more. And El Helu gets past one. El Helu crosses in toward Osei. Aluwalia clears only as far as Anderson and can't get the ball out to Bayless. Now the visitors can break, but Mlinaric puts an end to those hopes. El Helu back from an offside position. Franco Maya looks to be one of those to come on for the final 10 minutes of this one. He's on 4 yellows, so they tried to keep him off for as long as possible. Busek comes off. Franco Maya looks to be playing a little higher alongside John Lawson. Daniel Asay coming on now. Scored the winner in the 20s previously. Can he score the winner here again? Windus needs to be careful. He won his team a goal kick, I think. As careful as you can get. Just as it looked like we were going to get our first ever academy side as a finalist, it seems as though we will have to wait a little longer unless Sydney can score late. Wade had to be careful. Here's Hammond running into trouble. Done enough to earn his team a throw. Spirit will know what they need, because Sydney Olympic and Sydney FC are about to head into stoppage time. Franco Maya involved with his first parts of the game. Armson clears the ball away. One more time. Kavanagh heads it down to Kobayashi. Kavanagh, tough pass forward. He'll get it back though. Windus clearance not ideal. Good use of his body there from Lawson. Osei will run now at Aluwalia. Oh, and he's given the ball away. He'll get himself a yellow too. I went and get a yellow. Got lucky, didn't they, Will? Just as I expected. Manly have secured their spot in the finals. They've defeated the Wollongong Wolves by 4-0. They will play the Sutherland Sharks for a spot in the semi-finals. I'm not sure what day those games will be yet, but you expect it to be Tuesday, Wednesday or Thursday. That was some screams there for a penalty on Nwamadi. Sophie Allen waves them away. Not interested, but they were adamant there that it was a penalty for the visitors. And Wamadi can't make the pass, and Marconi get the ball back. 5 minutes to go here. And Wamadi drives forward, still going. Linaric steps out of defence, makes the challenge, wins the ball. Now Anderson. Mostafi steps through it. Anderson gets around with ease, and a foul there by Mostafi. Did win a bit of the ball, but also took a lot of the man. I think a good decision from Sophie Allam on first viewing. And now Franco Maya. We know how dangerous his set pieces are. Linaric has stepped forward, as has Windust. Lawson the target. Cross comes in. Lawson's there. Drops down. What an opportunity. And somehow it stayed out. Quinton Blair with the shot. And I think it was Ben Giroux with the block on the line. He scored last week. And that's as good as a goal for the substitute. Spirits stay alive. Cross comes in, headed away. It'll come back again. Bayless, back to Maya. Now Pecora. And I'll say he can't get there. And now one to chase for Nwamari. Franco Maya playing centre back. Who would have thought you'd ever see that in your life? Windust has changed places with Franco Maya, playing as a winger now. And it's full time at Belmore. That one's finished 1-1. A draw is enough for Spirit to secure finals football. But for Marconi, it won't be enough to finish second. They need 3 points. Cleared away. Windust now. Mlinaric almost gets caught in possession. All the way back to Wade. Oh, and that one bounces over Pecora, but recovers well. Maya. Looking for Anderson or Osei. Strong in the air. Spirit. Anderson out to the substitute Osei. Runs into trouble though, Daniel Osei. Maya. Blocked by Armson. Will it roll out for a corner? It might just do so. It does. Final opportunities for Marconi to find a winner and secure second place and knock Spirit out of finals football. If the result stays as is, Spirit will be back here again midweek. Maya lines it up. Delivery to the near post. Can't beat the first defender. Marvello. Back for Pecora. Headed away by Armson. Hasn't he put in a shift today? And again, strong and brave from Sam Armson. And the referee blows a foul against Sam Armson. I thought it was an excellent full-blooded challenge. He's been one of Spirit's best this afternoon, showing his brother Jack how it's done. But Marconi have a chance. To have the last say. We're about to go into stoppage time now. Ball gets delivered. Headed away by Mostafi. Bayless drives forward. Mustafi clears. Another one of the standouts for Spirit this afternoon. 4 minutes of time added on, and Windass lets it go for Mlinaric. Across goal. Blocked by Aluwalia. Back again! Into the hands of Coates. What an opportunity for Bayless. And Jay Coates clutches that one. I wonder if the players know a draw's enough. Surely the message has got through, but Anwar Mahdi could settle it all now. Anwar Mahdi drives, good challenge. Mlinaric can't win the ball back. Hammond crosses in, great ball, Wade spills it, but no one's there. Wade sends it forward. I'll say he can't bring it down, and Spirit are closer to finals football. They need to hold out for just over 120 seconds, 150 seconds. That's all they need. Serge Malfara's team will secure 6th place. One for Lawson to chase down. Henderson clears away, almost over the Marconi stand. Jose can't get there ahead of Nicholas. Here's Mlinaric. Plays it forward, searching for Lawson and Windass. Coates comes, doesn't get. Anderson. Back to Bayless. Anderson again. Oh, and the referee has called play at a very, very awkward time. Cameron Windust got taken out when Jay Coates went to punch that ball out. And I think that Marconi was just about to win a corner as well. I'm not sure if I think that Marconi has one more substitution left, and Aleksandar Đuričić is on the bench, and he is getting called up now. He will come on. What a fairy tale that would be if he's able to score the winner. And Windust will be substituted. Đuričić comes in. Don't think he thought he was coming on, but he's been told, get forward, get the winner. Anderson will get the ball back. About a minute left, a little bit more than a minute. Here's Franco Maya. They're going to try and get this one into the box. Maya does so, but it's disappointing. It was tough for him to get the ball in, to be fair. John Lawson playing ball boy, but Jay Coates very intelligently didn't see. Needs some more time off the clock. Windust was down for about a minute and a half, so I do expect at least another minute to be played. Can Spirit hold on now? I thought there was a timer here. And I'd say that Jay Coates is very lucky this hasn't gone out for a corner. The new rule is if you take too long, the opposition gets a corner kick. Anderson. And again, who else? Sam Armson. Armson driving forward. They don't want to go to the corner. They want a goal, but some tackle from Juricic. And look at him speed up the field. Makes another challenge, but free kick. Goes the way of Spirit. And that should do it. Northwest Sydney Spirit should just about secure their spot now in the top 6. A dramatic last day. And a draw looks as though it will be enough for the 2025 Premiers to play finals football. Last chance now for Marconi. They're throwing everyone forward. Maya looks for Lawson. It's short. And Blair trips over. And now Spirit go the other way. And Juricic with another good challenge. He's made a couple. He's been on for 2 minutes. And that's full time. Northwest Sydney Spirit secure 6th place. They'll be back here again midweek to take on the Marconi Stallions. Full time here at Marconi Stadium. The Marconi Stallions won. Northwest Sydney Spirit won. Changes from both teams and both coaches. It was Spirit that was the better team in the first half. Aidan Mustafi signing that off with a goal. Marconi fullback Ahmed El Helu equalising on the stroke of half time. The second half, Marconi threw everything they had forward. One Spirit found out that the result went their way elsewhere, and Sydney FC was held to a draw. They knew a point would be enough. And despite some late pressure and some Benjuro heroics, Northwest Sydney Spirit held on for the point. Held on to 6th place. And they'll be playing finals football. Football New South Wales cameras will be back here again in a couple days as the Marconi Stallions take on Northwest Sydney Spirit. In the other qualifying semi, it'll be the Sutherland Sharks and Manly United who dismantled the Wollongong Wolves down the south coast. The winners of those games will progress on to take on RPA Leichhardt and Sydney United this weekend. Finals football is upon us. Get excited. Make sure you tune in to Football New South Wales' YouTube channels and socials for updates on times and dates of those games. The exciting part of the season is about to kick off. Full time here at Marconi Stadium. So Marconi Stallions 1, Northwest Sydney Spirit 1.